Hello, Rama Puput. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with devotee Lakshmana Swami. As he did so, the beautiful final spiritual realization came to him. This is how he describes it. Unexpectedly, I found that all my thoughts had disappeared except for the primal. I thought then, who am I? Spontaneously appeared within me, as did the gracious smiling face of Bhagavan. There was a flash of light on the right side of the chest, and a flood of divine light shone both within and without. Bhagavan's face was smiling more radiantly than innumerable flashes of lightning fused together. In that state of amendable bliss, tears of joy welled up in the unending succession, and they could not be resisted. Lakshmana Swami could not move from outside the hall for nearly 6 hours. The deity from Mother's temple was being taken in possession, and there was a hustle and bustle everywhere. However, he was unmoved and rooted in that state of quietude. That night he remained immersed in silence. The next day he went to the new hall and wrote a note in Telugu to Bhagavan. The note read, "In your presence and by my quest of who am I have realized myself. I need your blessings." Bhagavan took the note, looked at him, smiled, and nodded his head. He spoke only 2 sentences. "Where are you coming from?" he asked. "From Guntur," said Lakshmana Swami. "Is it not in Nellore district?" questioned Bhagavan. Lakshmana Swami nodded in agreement. He was already in the state of the self. The master had spoken to him and established him further in that state. After this conversation with Bhagavan, he did not speak for the next 13 years. He stayed in a hut in Palakuthu. On the day Bhagavan gave up his body, Lakshmana Swami was cleaning his room. The picture of Bhagavan fell down. He picked it up, cleaned it, and put it back in its place with great reverence. Again it fell. He instantly understood that something has happened to Bhagavan's body. He went into a state of samadhi. He lost total body consciousness and remained in the state of the self for nearly 3 hours. When he got up from his state of samadhi, he went to Ramana ashramam. By this time, Bhagavan had already given up his body in the nirvana room. The body was then kept in the hall for people to pay homage. There was sadness in his heart that Bhagavan was not physically present, but there was no pain. He did not shed tears because he was filled with the presence of the self, just as Robert Adams felt that Bhagavan was the self and not the body. Even when Bhagavan was in the body, it did not matter to Lakshmana Swami that the body had been dropped. He went back to his village. He immersed himself in silence, circulation, meditation, and pranayama. He was plunged in the self and did not talk to anyone. In 1970, he felt that the master's teaching had to be spread. He established his own ashram at Gudur and taught self-enquiry, benefiting many sincere seekers like Sharada. Since 1990, he has been staying in his ashram in Arunachala, where he abides in circulation and silence, not meeting people. Lakshmana Swami's life and teachings have been brought out well by David Godman in his book entitled No Mind, I Am the Self. Ramana Maharshi said, "The only purpose of life is to realize the self, and all other activities are a waste of time. Let us become one-pointed, dive within, and recognize the self." As Lakshmana Swami says, just keep quiet and Bhagavan will take care of everything. That's all, folks. Let's continue the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Puput.